Hello yogis, hello friends, and welcome to this daily yoga flow. I would say this is a all levels flow. We are going to do a couple of poses which might be a little bit more intermediate in nature, but I'll give you guys some options. So even if you are a beginner, please try to do this flow, maybe even if it's a little bit challenging. Other than that, grab some props maybe. I won't be using any of them, but if you have some blocks at home, cushions, maybe have them close by. And when you are ready, then why don't you join me? So yogis, let's start today's class in a wide-legged child's pose. Now child's pose has many variations, many options. I am going to do a wide-legged one. If you prefer, you can keep your hips at the same distance, your knees at the same distance as your hips, or you can bring your knees a little bit more wider, which is what I'm going to do, and then you're just gonna place your hands in front of you, keeping the length in your spine, keeping your spine straight, and bring your forehead down to the mat. So let's use this first pose to set our intention on the mat. Stay present here, right now. You are doing yoga. And stay focused. You took this time for yourself. At this moment, nothing else matters. You are doing something good for your body, your mind, and your soul. You are prioritizing your health so that you can be more available to others. So if you haven't already, maybe have your phone on standby, turn off the notification or the sound, and choose to spend this time with yourself. Now start to push into your hands to bring yourself back up. Coming into a tabletop pose. So keeping your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We are going to do just a couple of rounds of cat and cows just to warm up our spine. So on your inhale, you're going to drop your belly. You're going to look up, and on your exhale, coming into a cat pose, round and contract. On inhale, dropping your belly again, and on your exhale, round and contract. Push into your hands, push the floor away from you. Now do a couple of rounds on your own. Maybe pick up the pace. Moving a little bit faster. but really feeling the movement through each vertebra. Very nice, done. Now come into a neutral tabletop, and from here I want you to engage through your abdominals, engage through your glutes as well, and tuck your toes. And on your next inhale, you are just going to lift your knees off the ground. So we are going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. Warming up our hands, our arms, our core muscles. And now start to slowly paddle your feet, lifting your hips slowly up and back, coming into your first down dog. So maybe here, bend through one knee and straighten the other leg. And then the other one. Pushing into your hands, stretching through your shoulders, your spine. Now don't worry about keeping your knees perfectly straight or about your heels touching the ground. Just focus on stretching your spine here, keeping your spine straight. Gaze is fixed between your feet. And when you're ready, find some stillness in your down dog. On your next inhale, you are going to shift like a wave into your plank pose. And on your exhale, bend through your knees and lift your hips up and back again, coming into your down dog. One more time. On an inhale, like a wave, coming into your plank pose, shoulders over your hands, over your wrists. And on your exhale, bending through your knees and then lifting your hips back and up, coming back into your down dog. A couple of more rounds on your own pace. Slowly move like a honey here. Really feeling the movement through your spine, through each vertebra. Not rushing anything. There is really no right or wrong way to do this. Whatever feels intuitive here. And next time when you're in your down dog, find some stillness. And on your next inhale, reach your right leg up, keeping it straight. In your one-legged down dog. Now bend through your right knee, shift back into your plank pose, bringing your right leg with you in between your arms, placing your right foot between your hands. Now from here, let's come into a lizard pose. So heel toe your right foot to the right edge of the mat, keeping both of your hands on the inside of your right foot. And swaying here a little bit in your lizard pose. You can also drop your left knee down onto the ground to make this pose a little bit more accessible or a little bit more comfortable. Now from your lizard pose, heel toe your right foot all the way to the other side, bringing your right foot behind your left hand and your right knee behind your right hand, coming into a pigeon pose. I'm going to stay here in the proud pigeon and I'm going to work the pose from here. If there's too much of a gap between your hips and the floor, you can always prop your hips with a cushion or a yoga block. You can also do a humble pigeon by folding forward, but I also want to work on my back, strengthening through my back muscles. So I'm going to work the pose from the proud pigeon. Now stay here, or if you want, you may bend through your left knee and grab a hold of your left foot with your left hand. And if the swan pose is in your practice, you can also transition into a swan pose from here. My left quadriceps is always a little bit more tight, so I don't think that swan pose is going to be accessible for me on my left side. If you're holding on to your left foot, release and slowly bring your left foot back down onto the mat. If you were in a humble pigeon, come back up and we all meet back in a down dog. So maybe right here you notice that your heels are a little bit closer to the ground, or your knees are maybe already straight or a little bit more straight than they were. And on your next inhale, lift your left leg up in the air, coming into your one-legged down dog. And on your exhale, bend through your left knee, shift into your plank, bringing your left leg with you and placing your left foot in between your hands. Now from here, heel toe your foot, your left foot, to the outside edge, placing both of your hands to the inside of your left foot and coming into a lizard pose. You can keep your right knee up in the air or place it down onto the ground. Maybe swaying a little bit side to side or front to back in this lizard pose, or working the pose in stillness, whichever you prefer. Now from here, again, heel toe your left foot to the right side, bringing your left foot behind your right hand and keeping your left knee behind your left hand, coming into a proud pigeon on the other side. So again, you can work the pose from here, staying in the proud pigeon if you want to straighten through your back muscles a little bit, or you can fold forward into your humble pigeon, whichever you prefer. And if you did it on the other side, maybe here as well, try to bend through the back knee. So this time bending your right knee and grabbing a hold of your right foot with your right hand. As I said, my right quadriceps is much more flexible, so swan pose is here a little bit more accessible for me. So I'm going to place my right foot in the crease of my right hand, and I'm going to grab a hold of my right hand with my left one. If you were in your swan, release the hold, place your right feet back down onto the ground. If you were in your humble pigeon, come back up, straighten your spine, and let's all meet in our down dog. Come very gently back into your down dog. And stretch it all out here in your down dog, straightening through your spine, your shoulders. On your next inhale, come into your plank pose, bringing your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale here, and as you exhale, come down into your chaturanga. If you're modifying, place your knees onto the ground, and from chaturanga, take a back bend of your choice, so upward dog or cobra. And on your exhale, come back into our last down dog. So in our last down dog, stretch it all out. And on your next exhale, place your knees down onto the ground. And just take a seat here, allowing your spine to neutralize a little bit. Maybe closing your eyes. Take a couple of breaths. Gently open your eyes if they were closed. And sit on your glutes and shift your legs in front of you. We're just going to come into a forward fold. So coming into a staff pose first and working the pose from here if the sensations are already enough. So keeping your spine straight. A little bit bent through your knees is perfectly fine. You don't need to have straight legs. And if you want, you can also gently fold forward. I'm going to keep this a little bit more yin in nature, so I'm going to allow my spine to naturally round. But if you want to, you can also do an active stretch, which would mean keeping your spine as straight as possible, your neck long, and actively pulling yourself into the pose. If you were in your forward fold, push into your arms to lift yourself back up. And let's lay down onto our back, taking all the space you need for our last pose, our sweet Shavasana. So extend your legs, your arms, relax your entire body. Close your eyes, relax your face. And just allow yourself to drift away in your sweet Shavasana. I will let you know when it's time to come back. slowly start to wake up your body, moving your fingers and your toes, your hips, your limbs, deepening your breath. And turn to one side. From here, push into your hands to lift yourself back up into a seated position of your choice. Maybe keeping your eyes closed. Place your hands on your knees. And just thank yourself here for showing up for yourself, for coming down to the mat and taking some time for your body and your health. You did a great job today. When you're ready, gently blink your eyes open. Prayer hands. Namaste. Sweet, sweet friends. Thank you, yogis, so much for sharing your practice with me. Let me know down in the comments how it went for you. Did you like it? And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me a like. And I hope I'm going to practice again with you very soon. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye!